So I got two questions. They might sound stupid. I'm just not familiar enough with the no-coding strategy or technology at all. First one, you mentioned the coins platform. So I suppose since they're having to like redirect some of your money from a bank account to somewhere, it's got to be covered by a shitload of security and integrations. Does the no-coding also cover all of that and all the backend, or is it mostly for the front side?
That was one question.
Yeah. Oh, you want the second one as well?
Sure.
Yeah. The second one is how reliable are all these platforms? Like, let's say, do I highly rely on, let's say, Bubble, or what was the name of that? And
yeah.
all of a sudden they go bankrupt, or they decide they want to be a movie streaming platform or anything like that. How screwed am I? How is it easy is it to migrate all of my work to somewhere else, or do I just have to do it all from the very beginning?
Yeah. Okay. Great questions. Let me start from the last one. Let's say you're building your product on some framework. This need not necessarily be Bubble framework, but let's say you're using some component for your application. Let's say, in case of coins, by the way, which is very relevant, they're using a platform which is a SaaS service. It's called Plaid, that basically integrates with your bank account, and they are covered by a shit ton of security. So basically, what coins does is basically they are a front end that connects to the back end of the different platform that then provides the inputs that Coins processes and then acts based on them. So that's kind of the architecture in a nutshell of what Coins is. So if Plaid gets bankrupt, Coins is screwed. And actually, if for most of the, let's say, if AWS goes bankrupt, then a lot of platforms are screwed. So this is what was happening a couple of times in the last 2 years when there was a problem in AWS and suddenly the internet is not working. So everybody's crashing and stuff. So there's always a dependency in this world. This is what I'm trying to say. And let's say if you have built your startup on Bubble, Plaid, AWS, whatever it is, and suddenly you need to change ships, you will have to do it from scratch anyways. Or let's say you've built the application in Python, and then suddenly you need to do it in JavaScript. What are you going to do? You're going to do it in JavaScript from scratch. So that's the harsh reality. There are a lot of components that you'll have to can reuse. The most important being the actual business validation and market fit concept. This is the most precious, not the actual code base. But if, let's say, Bubble disappears for whatever reason, they won't. But let's say if, yeah, you will probably have to do it from scratch. And about coins, I kind of answered your question, actually. Bubble by itself and all the other platforms, of course, are taking care of their security. There's basically a list of components. They're actually also based on AWS, so they're covered by all the encryption, firewalls, and security standards that are cutting edge of technology. But in this particular case, Coins doesn't even work with that information by itself because it's using the underlying subprocessor, which is Plaid, that has all the compliance regulations and certifications to work with the bank info, and they're just providing that info whenever is necessary in an encrypted way that is guaranteed by Plaid. So this is always, there's always a way to do that, pretty much.